Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So we have a little bit of a different angle today. We're gonna see if I like this better. I want it to be more of looking up. I don't know, we'll see if I like this. And you get to see a different view of my bookshelf over here. But today we're going to do another video in the series that I started last week on ranking different books, and I'm really excited for today, and I think some of you guys will really like it. I'm going to do ranking all of the Christian fiction that I read in 2022. So last year I read 102 books. I went through all the books that I read and I found all the Christian fiction that they were tagged as that on Goodreads. I included it. And I got to the end of my list, and I think I ended up with 27 and 29. I don't know. We'll see how many are on here. I'm not going to spend too long talking about each book because I have done reviews on all of them, and you can go back. I will link all the videos where I talked about these books. I'm just going to quickly go through them. I might say a couple of things that I really liked about them. But we'll see which ones end up at the top. You guys can let me know if you agree with my rankings or if you disagree, and this is gonna be fun. So let's get to it. Okay, so let's start off with like the first one that I read last year was I believe it's Threads of Hope by Ken Vogel Sawyer. I didn't love it and I didn't hate it, but I don't really remember anything about it, so I'm just gonna put it in eh. Okay, then The Silken Thread. I remember some things about it, but again, didn't stand out to me. Ken Vogel Sawyer just doesn't really stand out that much. So that's also gonna go in the eh category. Fox. Okay, I did like this and some of the history around it, but I didn't love it and some of the things were weird, so we'll put it in okay. Romanov, loved the history, but it was very violent, so I'm gonna stick that in eh category. The Mountain Between Us by Charles Martin. Okay, this one made me feel so much, and I was so angry, so many emotions while reading this book. However, I felt very betrayed by the end, but I can still remember parts about it, so I think I'm going to put it in the okay category. Dust by Kara Swanson, and then Shadow is the sequel to that. I don't remember much about it. It's a Peter Pan retelling, kind of good, doesn't stand out that much. Again, I'll go in the good, because I like those. The Sinking City. I was disappointed in this one because Christine Cohen's previous book, can't remember what it's called, The Winter King, was really good, and The Sinking City just didn't hit it, so I'm going to put it in the okay. A Time to Die by Nadine Brandes, and then there's two sequels to that. I did enjoy this series. I think I'm going to put A Time to Die in, I'll probably put them all in good. So A Time to Die, A Time to Speak, and A Time to Rise all go in the good category. Amanda Dykes, Whose Wave These Are. I didn't enjoy that one, but didn't love it. I honestly can't really remember that much about it, so I will put it in good. Yours Is the Night. Actually, I did love this one, and my sister didn't love it as much, but for some reason this one just really appealed to me, so I'm going to put that in the fabulous category. The Parish Dressmaker by Christy Cameron. I actually hated this one. I gave it 2 stars, and I just didn't understand anything about it, didn't like it, didn't connect to the characters, I don't know, didn't like it at all, so I'm going to put that in terrible. The Spice King by Elizabeth Camden, and then the sequel, A Gilded Lady by Elizabeth Camden. Both of these had great history, however, I do not like her insert of the romance, especially in those tense situations. Weird. So I think A Spice King, I believe I would put that in the okay category. A Gilded Lady, I think was more good because it had a good story. I enjoyed the history behind it, but there were just aspects I didn't like, although I did like the characters. So, Lady Jane Disappears by Joanna Palatino, can't remember her last name. This one was okay. I don't remember the storyline at all. I remember it being a little better than most Christian fiction. Not remarkable though. The Secret Keepers of Old Depot Grocery. Again, like The Mountain Between Us, it stood out to me a lot. But I was really mad about it. Like, there was a lot of emotions. I was really angry because there's no communication. They really live up to the name of Secret Keepers. But I don't remember that much about it. I don't know. Should I put it in okay or good? I'll put it in okay. By Way of the Moonlight by Elizabeth Musser. I think I have 3 Elizabeth Mussers on here. 4. By Way of the Moonlight was definitely not my favorite. I would put that in probably just the eh category because I didn't love it as much and there was quite a bit of romance in there. The Swan House by Elizabeth Musser, I ended up giving that 4 stars and I really enjoyed the characters. I'll put that in the good. The Wingfeather Saga by Andrew Peterson, or the first one, On the Edge of the Dark Sea of Darkness. We read this as a family last year and that was my 3rd time reading it. Love that series. gonna go on Fabulous. Authentically Izzy, this was actually more of just a straight up romance book, which I don't typically read those. It was pretty good and sweet, but it was just like over the top perfect, I felt like, so I didn't really connect with it that much. I would say it's okay because I don't like the genre as a whole. It's too one-dimensional to me, but it was still pretty good. Behind the Act, if you've seen my videos, you know that this was my favorite book of last year. This is Behind the Act by Abigail Clare. This is an independently published book, but she did a fabulous job with writing it, so I'm going to put that in the fabulous category. Once I Knew by Victoria Lynn. I did a video comparing Once I Knew with Behind the Act, and Once I Knew was so disappointing. There's just so many things I didn't like about it. I'm just going to put it in terrible. Now, that doesn't mean you can't like the books that are in terrible. Personally, I just didn't like it. Moving Target by Lynette Eason. This is part of her like Elite Guardians Bodyguard. Don't remember much about it. Just put it in. Charles Martin, Sitting on the Rain. This one I think was a little tense, a little too many content things in there, and I don't remember the story that much. So let's go with Words Unspoken by Elizabeth Musser. This was my first one by her. I gave it 5 stars, read it, and it's like 300, 400 pages. I read it in 2 days. Absolutely loved it. We'll put that in fabulous. The Last Plea Bargain by Randy Singer. I don't remember this really being Christian, but it was tagged as that, so I put it in here. It's supposed to be a legal drama type thing, which I really want to find good books on, but didn't love this one. And I remember the ending just being a big letdown, so I'm going to put that in category. Life Fight by Lynette Eason. This was supposed to be kind of a thriller, serial killer. It didn't really hit that. It was just odd, so I don't know. Probably here. By Way of the Moonlight, I already did that. Swan House, I already did that. I already did that, and that. So what did I end up with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Yep. So there are all the Christian fiction that I read last year. Let me go through and see if I want to change any around. I don't know. The Mountain Between Us, it's like, oh, I think I'm going to move The Mountain Between Us up to good because it just, I think I want to read it again. And if I want to read it again, then it probably should be up there in the good category. And I would recommend it because I want people to be able to relate. But it's so annoying. Okay, Shadow or Dust? Which one did I like better? I think I liked Shadow better, so I'm going to move Dust down. I think everything else I would leave in its place. It seems pretty even. I didn't read too many terrible ones. And I did enjoy quite a bit of these. I'm surprised that I read 29 Christian fiction last year. I did not think I would read that many, and we'll see what I read this year. But if you're interested in seeing the reviews for any of these, particularly those top ones, I will leave my reviews down below, and you can go through my channel and look at the different Christian fiction that I've read. I did a video one time on my top 5 Christian fiction, which I think was before 2022, so I would definitely update that. I don't think none of these top 4 are going to be in that video. So soon, if y'all are interested, I can do a new video on what my top 4 Christian fiction are. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this new series. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you agree with my rankings, if you disagree, I'd love to hear just your thoughts. A lot of these books I thought they were okay, just didn't appeal to me. And some of them you're probably not gonna like that I rated really highly. So I'd be really interested in seeing y'all's thoughts, and I hope you come back next week for more videos like this. See ya.